Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something cutting edge. Supply chain transparency.
That's right. We're looking at a Brazilian company, Resinas Jardim, or RJ.
And specifically how they managed to get fully compliant with the new European Union deforestation regulation, the EUDR.
Yep, for their main export oil pine resin. That's the stuff they process into gum rosin and turpentine for the European market.
So our mission today is to figure out the how. How does a company actually prove its supply chain is deforestation-free? Not just claim it, but prove it with hard data.
Especially for products going into Europe now. The EUDR isn't messing around. It demands really strict due diligence.
Meaning what, exactly?
Well, importers in the EU must show complete geographic traceability. They need solid verification that the land used wasn't deforested after the cutoff date. It's all about reducing Europe's impact on, global deforestation.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting with RJ. They had a bit of a head start, didn't they?
They did. Their raw material, the pine resin, it comes from pine forests down in Rio Grande do Sul.
And these aren't just any forests.
No, these are commercial plantations, established way back, we're talking the 1960s, 70s.
Yeah.
Critically, they were planted on land that was already cleared. No native forest conversion involved.
That's a huge advantage. But like you said, just having that history isn't enough. You have to prove it, right? Connect every drop of resin back to that specific clean land.
Yeah.
That sounds like a massive data challenge.
Exactly. And that's where their system comes in.
Okay, so let's unpack the system.
Yeah.
RJ built this systematic approach. Sounds like multiple layers.
That's a good way to put it. It's an integrated methodology, 5 stages, mixing official Brazilian data with some pretty advanced monitoring tech.
Stage 1.
Supplier registration.
Yeah.
Foundational. Every single supplier, no exceptions, has to provide their CAR-R receipt.
Sure.
Rural Environmental Registry. Think of it as a mandatory official electronic ID for the farmer property. Crucially, it includes georeferenced information.
So that links the resin directly to a specific piece of land on a map, an official government link.
Precisely. That's the first anchor point.
Okay, stage 1, the CAR-R receipt. But, how do they make sure that CAR-R info is accurate or current? Couldn't someone theoretically game the system? The EUDR needs more than just a government form, right? Independent checks?
Absolutely. That's where stages 2 and 3 come in. This is kind of the heavy lifting part, geographic verification and satellite monitoring.
So how does that work?
They take that unique CAR-R number from stage 1. Then they go into public databases and pull the official georeference shapefile records for that property, basically the exact digital boundary lines.
Got it. So they have the farm's digital footprint. Then what?
Then they cross-reference it. They use powerful independent systems like MapBiomas Alert.
MapBiomas, I've heard of that. That's the platform using satellite imagery, right?
Exactly. High-resolution stuff like 3 meters, detailed enough to spot small changes on the ground. And MapBiomas integrates deforestation alerts.
So they're checking the official map against real-time or near real-time satellite views.
And historical views, too. This is key. RJ uses MapBiomas to run an analysis of land cover changes, going all the way back to 1985.
1985. Wow, okay, that's way before the EUDR cutoff date.
Far beyond it. So this independently verifies, using satellite evidence, that the land registered under that CAR-R has genuinely been a commercial pine plantation for decades. No recent deforestation.
That's powerful. It closes that loop between the official record and the actual historical reality on the ground. Okay, so CR registration, then satellite verification.
Yeah.
What are the last stages?
Stages 4 and 5 are about internal control and linking it all together. RJ's technical team audits all this data. The CIR, the satellite analysis confirming the resin, only comes from those verified commercial pine areas.
And then the physical product.
Right. When the raw resin actually arrives at their factory in Capivari do Sul, it gets weighed and immediately entered into their ERP system. They use TOTVS Protheus.
An ERP system, like an internal business management software.
Exactly. A robust one. This is the final crucial link. That ERP system tracks the raw materials inventory and its processing into the final products, the gum rosin, which is about 69% yield, and the turpentine, about 15% yield. And it links those finished goods electronically right back to the specific audited deforestation-free CR property where the resin originated.
So you have this complete digital chain. From the farm's official registration through independent satellite verification right into their factory's inventory and out as the final product. Traceable all the way.
That's the goal. And what's really interesting is how RJ frames this. They don't just see it as meeting a regulation. They position themselves as an active partner for their European buyers.
Meaning?
meaning they provide the importers with this whole package, the complete auditable georeference documentation. It gives the buyer legal and commercial certainty, takes the burden off them, essentially.
That's smart, turning compliance into a service. So when we boil it all down, what does this RJ case tell us? What should you, listening, take away from this?
I think it shows that meeting these new global environmental regs like EUDR requires a massive leap in data integration.
Yeah, it's not just one thing. It's marrying different systems that weren't necessarily designed to talk to each other.
Exactly. You've got official government registries, like the CAR, then independent tech-driven monitoring, like MapBiomas, and finally, internal business systems, the ERP, making them all work together seamlessly.
It's quite a feat, really. And think about this. This whole complex system was built for pine resin, a relatively specific commodity, right?
Right.
So if this level of detailed, georeferenced, satellite-verified proof is now becoming the standard for something derived from pine sap, what does that signal for everything else traded globally? Coffee, cocoa, soy, timber.
That's the big question, isn't it?
It really sets the bar incredibly high. It suggests that true supply chain transparency, this kind of high-tech map of the earth linked to products, isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It might just be the future baseline for global trade, something to think about.